2:39. Have you seen Brad? He's normally not late.
No, last time I saw him, he was programming, then he disappeared. I don't know where he's at. That was like an hour ago.
Oh my!
What's up, guys?
Dude, what the heck?
How long are you in there for?
About an hour. Getting skinny.
You've been in there
For an hour.
with a shirt and cereal for an hour?
Question is, what kind of cereal is in my red cup?
All right, well,
Probably not the good kind.
here we go. Hey BFIT, welcome to the first ever BFIT podcast. Today we're going to have Cody and Brad. My name is Jack. I'm normally behind the camera, but today I'm going to be hosting the first ever episode of the new BFIT podcast. We got everything set up in this room, looking pretty good, if you ask me. So let's get into it. Okay, here we go. So we're going to break the podcast up into a couple different parts. The first 15 to 20 minutes will be a Q&A from you guys, the members. We had you guys ask comments on social media and ask Brad and Cody questions that they'll be answering today. And then the second half, we'll be talking about a specific topic. So without further ado, let's get into some of the Q&A. I need to make a graphic for it. I didn't know what to call it. I was thinking the podcast could be called like the BFIT Boys.
That's a good one. I would say if any of our members have any cool ideas, original ideas, you know, let us know, comment wherever this is posted, or let us know and we can brainstorm one. But I like that, the BFIT Boys.
Yeah. I thought it's got a good ring to it, but then I was like, if we bring in like Renata or Gina or something, you know.
Well, you just BFIT Boys featuring, whoever,
I don't know.
guest speaker or whatever. And what would be cool is like you can get how they have like silhouettes of like faces, silhouette like with faces of us. I got like a beard with like sunglasses on.
Yes.
I like that. That'd be sweet.
Yes.
Is this all recorded?
Yeah.
It's going to be part of the podcast.
That's it. Uncut, raw and uncut.
Because we work out together, we work together, we go to church together.
Yeah, we do.
But we don't get to hang out.
right,
This is just like a Sunday conversation.
Hey, I could bring the Steve Mooney poster in.
You could just have him looking, post him right over here, just screaming.
The next time Steve Mooney's going to be on the wall.
He'll be a part of the BFIT Boys.
I like it. I like it.
Yes. Okay, so first question was from Jenny Davey.
Oh boy.
Also, I'm still meeting a lot of people. I've only been working here for 8 months, so I don't know all of you guys, which I apologize. But first question was from Jenny Davey. Not even a question. It was this GIF. I'll pop it up on the screen.
Why are you the way that you are?
I assume it was for Brad.
I would say I think she's talking to Brad on that one. Definitely talking to Brad.
You're fine, Jenny. Jeez. Why am I the way I am? In what capacity should I answer that? Like what area of my life?
Is that even a question or an answerable question?
I know, right?
We need some more specifics on that.
So why do I like to see people in some pain during working out? Because I feel like that's how you get better. My years in college, I had to credit Rick Perry, my strength coach, for the enjoyment of watching people suffer while working out. He used to make us push the...
It's always more enjoyable when it's not you.
Yes, Well, he used to make us push a car for part of our conditioning for being an O-lineman. It was a little Toyota Camry. And we called him the Big Burrito. He was a big old dude at the time. And he'd sit in the driver's seat of the Toyota Camry. And, like if you got going too fast, he'd start pumping the brakes. And you'd see the lights start flashing because you're pushing the car from the back. And you'd say, hey! And he would literally just smile in the rearview mirror.
Stomp. Yeah. Just stomp the brakes.
I think he just, like, his aura, his essence just kind of passed on to me after spending 5 years of suffering with him. Yeah. So I would definitely blame Rick Perry for why I am the way I am in working out. I hope RP, I'll send you the link so you can watch this.
I think it's probably that football background, that college football background.
I think he played at Missouri State. He did. I did too, but he was Missouri State. He actually played for the Bears, I think, for a little bit. And then strength coach at Notre Dame, strength coach of the Bears. He's a great strength coach. So
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice. Second question was from James Buckner.
Ooh, I didn't see this one.
Ooh, I didn't see this one either.
I think it came in late. It said, "Why is Brad so fluffy like a cupcake?" kind of ties in with the previous question.
Well,
James, you've been calling me a cupcake for years.
I was like, what Jack doesn't know, Brad's nickname on the scoreboard used to be Cupcake.
Oh,
so,
okay,
yeah.
okay. How'd you get that nickname?
I love cupcakes.
There's no secret to it.
I
I
mean-
just love cupcakes.
I had 3 the other night.
Oh,
Nice.
nice. All right. Yeah, some of these question and answers, it kind of started off as like a roast session, but then we will get into some questions.
They're all roasting
here.
Brad, notice that. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
true.
'Cause you're not
well,
fishing.
Lori, I guess. Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
this
You're
next
not
one could be directed at both of you guys. Tracy Fender said, "Oh, heaven help us," when she found out that we're starting a podcast and you guys were going to be on it. She said, "Oh, heaven help us. LOL, this should be considered improv comedy." So I don't know if that's a compliment or a roast, but could be taken either way.
We'll take it as a compliment.
Maybe we should
Yeah.
have Tracy on the show sometime.
Oh
Yeah.
boy.
Yeah.
That'd be a good time.
Maybe we should have her here sometime. Tracy, that would be some improv. You live on here with us.
Yes. Next is from the infamous Wes Long.
Oh, I didn't see this one either.
Yes, this came in late earlier today. Why can't a successful businessman like Brad afford a razor? Was he talking for the top of your head or the bottom of your head? I don't know.
Well, so my beautiful wife, we got married 14 years, I don't know.
Don't have to look at me.
Years ago now. And we got married in 2009. And I had hair then. I had it styled and everything, kind of like little messy, straight down action. And literally.
Wait, like what I have right now?
Yeah, like you, kind of like that.
And I haven't gotten a haircut in like a month or two. So
Yeah, that's about maybe a little
a good look.
less thickness in the front because my hair's a little thinner, but but literally within the first month, she's like, "So you got to shave your head? It's kind of getting thin." And then so I was like, "Okay."
A little hint.
Hint. Yeah. I mean, I kind of told her I like long hair when she had short hair when we first met. So,
Yeah. Okay. Just a jab.
yeah, back. But the whole goatee thing is she does not like clean shaven. So I'm fine with that. I literally shave my head and my face. I don't even use a straight edge on my face. I use like an electric beard trimmer once every 2 weeks. So it's pretty...
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
Once every 2 weeks makes my wife happy. I'm all for growing it back out like that picture we sent to Lori Simpson.
I'd like to see you try it right now. It look interesting. It look really.
Yeah,
I like it.
We're gonna get into it. Don't worry. Yeah. Perfect transition. That was the next thing I had in my notes because Lori Simpson asked, "Brad, are you going to grow your hair out like Cody's?" And I think a lot of people missed that you commented back this picture because it was a reply. So it wasn't like
you had to click
out
to
there.
open it.
You had to click to open it. And you commented this picture. I'll throw it up on the screen.
Yep.
Have you seen this before,
Yep.
Cody?
It's hanging in the office.
Dude, I was just like staring at that for like 2 minutes. I was like, "Man, how did someone
who is that?
How did
Who
someone
is
Photoshop this that well?" Like it looked pretty real. I had no clue that you used to have long hair, Brad.
Yeah, so...
What's crazy? I feel like if he grew his hair out, he would look almost the exact same in that picture. Like his face, everything is the exact same, and that's like what?
That's like 50 pounds ago.
Aside from that, the face I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What was that like 17 years ago?
That would have been...
Like when you were 25?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
17 years
This was
ago.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Holy cow, dude.
So there's a story behind that too, if you want to hear it.
Wow.
So I was dating a girl. I just finished up playing my first season of arena ball. We broke up.
Big time.
And at that point, I was going back on staff with Crusade. That's my campus director, Finn Sprouse. Maybe he'll see this too.
They call him Heartbreak Brad.
Heartbreak Brad, pretty much. So I just didn't cut my hair for like a year and a half.
It's like I'm done with it. I don't care what anybody
pretty
thinks.
much. Oh man, I made people mad at me. It was good, but I just let my hair grow.
Nice.
And,
Mine did not get that long in a year and a half. Mine did not get that long.
I literally grew it out from a buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just.
Oh my
I
gosh.
didn't cut it once. Until
My hair goes.
Dude,
my hair
I'm
goes
trying
slow.
to think. So I used to have hair down to here.
Yeah, you did. I saw it at church.
If I find a picture, I'll throw it up on the screen.
It's in the hallway. Take a picture of it with your phone. It's in the hallway.
hallway?
Of church. Yeah, it is.
Oh,
With all
of
the
church.
interns.
Yeah. I thought you meant in here.
Oh.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. But I started from like really shorter than this, and yeah, it took like 30 months or something. So like 2.5 years.
Mine's not quite to 2 years. Obviously, I've trimmed the sides. Mine's not quite to 2 years up
How long
top.
are you gonna go with yours?
I don't know. I'm just kind of going. Same with the beard. I'm just kind of letting it go until I'm
Are
just.
we like 12 inches yet up top?
It's probably pretty close. I'd say, yeah. I'd say it's pretty close.
Are you gonna show up one day like in a samurai outfit? Am I gonna like top knot?
I mean, I won't rule it out. We'll see. See Halloween 2023.
Nice.
Perfect. So, man, because I mean, your hair's got some waves in it on this picture. It kind of reminds me of Bear, but how did he get the golden locks, man?
Man, he is the envy of every woman. His hair is. Bear's hair is the envy of every woman.
How do you say
his hair blonde originally? Is it?
It's like a dirty brown, like dirty blonde, like a little brownish. Yeah, I mean, kind of. I mean, I think if I don't want to give away my wife's secrets, I'll get in trouble, especially since I'm
we can't
online.
do that.
So,
we can't do that.
So I can't really say what she colors it with, or does anything to it. So I just know.
Wait, she colors Bear's hair?
What?
She colors Bear's hair
No,
or her? Oh, her own. Okay.
No, Bear's hair is all natural.
All natural.
He's man, that hair is awesome.
Got the luscious locks.
I had a blow dry it the other day after a shower, man. It just flows.
Runs in the family.
Yeah.
Did Knox ever have long hair?
No, my boy Knox, he got that like chia pet.
Curly, it just grows out.
No, it's just chia pet. Like it looks like he's wearing a helmet.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody just literally took a Lego.
It lays flat down.
And stuck it on his head.
Yeah.
Dang.
So
Yeah.
I think actually both Anaya and Bear get their hair textured from my mom. My mom has very beautiful straight hair. It's white now, but it's beautiful white hair.
Beautiful white hair.
Nice. Sweet.
All right.
Cody, what about your mom's hair?
I mean, it's normal hair, man. I don't know. She still colors it, Gotta get that color, but I mean, what's crazy is my dad had really like thick hair and like whatever, but mine's super fine. So I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yep.
You know.
Good stuff. Just normal hair conversations.
Hair secrets of BFIT.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, so going into out of the roast session into kind of some normal questions. First one is from Dr. Nate. Any of you guys can answer this. He just said, "Why CrossFit?"
Since you started, I'll let you roll. I'll let you, go into it, and then I'll.
So what's funny is I thought CrossFit was the dumbest thing in the world. 13 years ago when one of my former partners was like, "Hey, Bull, you need to go do this certification." Me and the other partner were like, "No, that is dumb. That is stupid. I don't want to pay $1,000 and fly out to Colorado." And so I don't even know how he came across it, but yeah. So I went out there to this my level 1, and I was like, "This is dumb. It's stupid." And literally, I sat through the first day's worth of teaching. I was just like, everybody's like, "Ooh, this person's here and this person's here," and Matt Chan was one of them there that day, and I'll never forget. Like I was probably a little over arrogant, a little over cocky, being my background of I'd done a lot of
college
training,
football.
And I kind of got a lot of argument with him, but a little bit of like disagreement on how to squat. And at the time, Matt Chan was like one of the big CrossFitters of the day.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking anything away from him. I just don't think he doesn't do as many competitions as
No.
But literally, he took his hand and stuck it in my face and goes, "Stop."
Was he one of the instructors that
Yeah, because I was asking him a question. I think I made him mad. He just goes,
That happened to me
"Stop."
too, and mine.
Yeah. Did they put their hand in your face?
He didn't put his hand in my face, but he was just like, "Why don't you just email me after the seminar and we'll discuss then."
So I think they must have had an HR policy update after mine.
But although I gave an email, I never got a response back. So I'm like, whatever, dude.
So yeah, and I was kind of annoyed by the whole thing. And then we did Fran,
Which one is that again?
Fran is 21, 15, 9 pull-ups and thrusters and pull-ups.
Yeah.
And I fell in love with it. I literally was like, "Oh my gosh, this is the hardest but the most funnest thing I've ever done in my life." And I did all jumping pull-ups. We had this, there was like 70 or 100 people there at the L1. And like everyone's cheering and yelling and screaming. And I was like, man, it feels like I'm back in the football weight room.
Yeah.
And, I'd never done it before. And I'm doing these thrusters, and I did all 21 unbroken. And then I died.
It's like, I got this. I'm going to crush this.
And I did jumping pull-ups. My first sprint time with jumping pull-ups was like 4:30 or something. And I was like, man, that was really cool. And then I watched these other guys do it in like 3 minutes. And I'm like, that's even cooler.
Yeah.
This is what I want to do. So that's kind of where it all came. I mean, thanks to my ex-partner, but, I got to give him credit for finding it. And, man, I've loved it ever since that day. And what's funny is that was my 30th birthday. Was the day that was the first day of my level 1. Was my 30th birthday.
So you did your first CrossFit workout ever on your 30th birthday?
On my 30th birthday.
Yeah. You got an anniversary then every year, where.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was staying at some friends of ours.
CrossFit anniversary.
Yeah. Hey, that's destiny, Brad.
That's right.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, that was my thing too. Like coming from a cross country track background, like I had never lifted a weight before in my life. So the weightlifting part was new to me, but I just loved like the whole stimulus of it and kind of the exhaustion that comes from it, because like, I don't know if you're just like weightlifting like with a machine or something, that's kind of just like slower, bigger pumps, but I don't know, just the whole movement and getting your lungs involved too with many of the CrossFit movements. I was like, man, this like, it feels like a track meet. And then when we did the comp down at that was 816 or
No, that was Brave Enough, Battle of the Brave.
Yeah, Battle of the Brave.
Anthony,
Brave Enough.
both great gyms, Brave Enough and 816.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a newbie, so I'm still learning everything. But I was like, yeah, this feels like a cross country meet, just like everyone cheering for each other and just you got that competition, but you got that camaraderie too, because everyone's kind of suffering together at the same time.
Yeah,
so.
I think CrossFit. I think because I would say similar background. CrossFit does, or it appeals to those former athletes that still,
You still got something in the tank, but they're not Olympians.
And I hate to say, that we can't necessarily a lot of times let our egos go, and like, we want to see what we can do. We want to like challenge ourselves, and that comes out to like challenging against others with like competitions and stuff. Because I'd say that's something that like, appealed to me too, because I grew up playing sports from first grade all through high school, and then went to college and got into lifting and whatnot, but didn't necessarily have a sport. And then coming here through my internship, I was like, man, it's kind of fun. I'm a very competitive. I was gonna say low key competitive, but if anybody knows
that
me,
is not true.
I'm one of the most competitive people that I know, at least. Yeah. And so, coming here and how CrossFit is set up in a competitive atmosphere is probably something I was drawn to. So
Yeah, I just love checking the board, before the workout too, anyone that came before me and at the end of the day too, I'm checking the scoreboard on the app. I'm like,
One day I'm going to get Daniel on a pull-up workout. One day. Probably not, but.
Oh, man, yeah.
Still
gives you something to keep working towards, for sure. Next question from Tracy Fender. How important is nutrition when trying to build a better body composition?
Ooh, okay. I'll jump in on this. It is the number one most important thing. More important than, the best, I would say, probably the most optimal way to do it is lifting and nutritious diet. But your body composition is going to be determined by, your nutrition, how much you're intaking, protein, stuff like that. Like that's what's going to give you the energy, whatever, and build your body but they always say abs are built in the kitchen. That's what's going to control your body composition, not your body composition, how much you weigh, weight and everything. And then adding in weightlifting and everything, that's what's going to build your composition, how much lean mass versus fat mass that you have,
Yeah, I knew you were going to say that too, that it's like the most important thing.
Yeah.
Which I hate because like it's so much easier for me to go outside and just run 10 miles than it is for me to say no to like a couple bowls of cereal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know why that is, but I'm like, yeah, I'll run all day, but it's harder for me to say no to, just the common, I don't know, snack or something.
I just like donuts.
Donuts,
Donuts too much.
It all comes back to cupcakes.
Oh, cupcakes. That's right. With peanut butter frosting.
Hey, not saying you can't have those things. You just got to moderate what else you're
That's
having.
the problem is the moderation.
Yeah.
And,
I understand. I understand.
I think that just in the CrossFit world, I mean, that is like they have the pyramid of like progressions. Like nutrition is the base of the pyramid. I mean, if you don't eat well, I know Kurt Miller, I gotta give him a shout out. I mean, he has been hounding me for years of like, and I mean, I gotta credit a lot to him over the last like 18, 24 months, like of just trying to kind of hone in on my nutrition. And he's done he's got me to do some more stuff that I think has been good. More vegetables, more meat, less fried foods, less eating out. So.
And that's the thing. Like, I think a lot of people just, not that our education system on nutrition has failed us, but a lot of people just aren't educated what's in foods. People, if someone sees our peanut butter, it's like, oh, that's a lot of there's protein in that peanut butter. I'm just going to eat 3 scoops of peanut butter. What you're not realizing is peanut butter is 80% of the calories come from fat, and not that fat's bad for you, but if you're trying to, lean out or, maintain a body composition where you're at, more excess calories you have, it's you gotta work harder in the opposite direction. And then when it comes to, the,
what about Chipotle though? I mean, that's okay, right?
I mean, yeah, it can be, yeah.
Daily?
I'm going to say
Daily?
it can be, yeah. You can absolutely eat Chipotle every day, depending on what else is considered in your
on
diet.
your wallet.
Yeah, well, yeah.
That's true.
That's true.
Double meats get a little expensive these days.
Oh, we don't even bring that up. Man. But, going back to diet, like heavily processed foods, those were engineered by very smart people. Those are engineered to make you want to eat more of those processed foods. So and
buy more of their product.
Yeah, and the thing is, like with snack foods, those are the ones that'll are engineered to make you want to eat more because they're like smaller serving sizes, but none of them have hardly any protein in them. There's no fiber, so you'll eat a little bit, and it's going to be a good chunk of calories. You're not going to be filled up. You're like, man, I'm still kind of hungry, So they go back and they eat more of that, and it just compiles and compiles, on top of one another.
That's why I had 2 cups of cereal instead of 1.
There you go. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Got me.
Hashtag gains.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
Well, we could go on and on about that.
Yeah. Long story short, nutrition is sadly the most important thing.
Sadly.
Next question was from Mark McGaw. Am I pronouncing that right? Or McGaw?
Yep, McGaw. Yep.
Mark McGaw. Why is CrossFit better than bodybuilding? Depends on your term of better, I guess.
Yep.
I don't know.
Yeah.
What you're going for. Yeah, any one of you guys can answer that.
I'll kind of kick it off.
Yeah.
Fitness is fitness. I mean, we want people doing fitness, whether you're bodybuilder, a collegiate or professional athlete, high school athlete, whether you're a CrossFitter, whether you're somebody who's just wanting to get off the couch and move. I mean, like, fitness, if you're making yourself better, there's not one better than another. It's about you physically overcoming where you are at that point. It's literally just getting off the couch and moving. And so I think it's all the person's goals. As far as like more of the physical side of things, I think Cody can probably speak more to like what's maybe harder on your body or better for your body. He can probably speak to more of that. And, a lot of people probably say that CrossFit's really hard on your body. I mean, but at the end of the day, I think it's all in what that individual person wants and what goals they want to achieve. You don't ever want to see me in a teeny little bikini flexing on the
spray
No one
tan?
said you had to get on stage, Brad.
Yeah,
No
I
one
want to
said
see you with
that.
the spray tan. Though,
yeah, you don't want to see that. But, as a CrossFitter, I love it. So, Cody, you want to speak a little? Would you agree with that?
Man, I thought he was going to go in the opposite direction. I thought we were actually going to have a debate here. But he went down the path, he's right. You got to find something that you're able to enjoy and stick with, because I would say there's no best program out there. The best program that you can do is the one you're going to stick to. Now if you get to a point where hey, I'm not, for like like one time I remember I had a conversation with you, talking about building muscle, someone's running 10 miles a day. They're like, hey man, I'm not, and going to the gym. It's like, hey, I'm running 10 miles a day. I'm going to the gym. Why aren't I like building more muscle mass? It's like, okay, well then you have to reassess your goals and be like, one might be more counterproductive to the other for what you're going for. So yeah, it all comes down to individual goals and what you're, striving to produce. If we're talking solely, aesthetics, probably bodybuilding is probably the way to go. But if you're talking, like building like a, VO2 max, stuff like, getting scientific there, building like endurance, with weightlifting, I mean, I don't know, it's all different. Like I'll say like trying to build endurance, running, rowing, like endurance monostructural stuff's probably the way to go. With CrossFit, you can kind of do both, But with CrossFit, there's also a lot of things that come with it. A lot of more technical lifts, which are good, but they have to be taught well, which I think we do a pretty good job of that here, breaking the movements down. But I will be the first to say that CrossFit can sometimes be a very complex endeavor to go into, and I think someone asks this later on, it has the, aura. Some people think it's intimidating, but there's more to it. Like they don't know exactly what's going on. They see what is mainstream CrossFit, Rich Froning, Matt Frazier, those guys.
Well, we're not that level.
Well, Daniel might be, but
can we deadlift with them?
We might be close. Might be close. Yeah.
There you go.
But yeah, you see the CrossFit Games athletes, snatching 300 pounds and handstand walking over obstacles and all kinds of stuff. And 98% of the time, 99% of the time, we're not going to make you do majority of those things, So,
Yeah.
To go back to the original question, one's not better than the other. It all depends on your goals and what you enjoy.
They're out there,
They are.
Yeah. My thing is that, like, kind of what you guys said, like, whichever one you can stick with the best. I really like that because it's like all of us kind of wake up in a deficit every day. It's like we wake up, like, tired.
I'm never tired at 4:20 in the morning. What are you talking about?
Yeah. I mean, it's like pretty much like every human being wakes up, like, tired, naked, and sore. So it's like,
Whoa, what's going on there naked?
Maybe not 100%, but you know what I mean. And so it's like, I don't know. It just feels like we start every day in a deficit, So as long as you're kind of getting up and just like overcoming, at least one of those odds,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's why I like it. It's just kind of like my way to just like fight and be like, yeah, like I'm gonna decide like what I want to do today and get stronger and be able to do it.
I think it builds. I think it just builds mental capacity. I think that's one of like the big benefits of it. Especially if you're someone who hasn't been working out or is new to working out, you're gonna reap so many more benefits than like me or Brad. Exercising every day. Like someone who's new to this or is thinking about it and then come in, they're gonna reap so many more rewards. Physically, mentally, probably emotionally, just in every facet area of their life, than someone who's been doing it for a longer amount of time.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Okay, so from Raina Barker, she says, I'm not a BFitter, but I'd love to hear you explore the connection between fitness and faith.
Raina, what's up? I know you've been in a couple times. It's good to hear from you. Still waiting on Dad to show up, but maybe one day,
Burn.
No, he was not sold on CrossFit, but Raina, I know you are. I think she's out in Seattle. I think it's where Raina lives. But anyway, so the connection between faith and fitness for me, that's just always been there. The whole time of sports and athletics has just always been like built on faith for me, like praying before football games, praying at the center field after a football game. That was started as a 14-year-old for me, with my high school football coach. We had chapel service, before game, we prayed together afterwards. We carried that on through college. Paul talks about it, as an athlete, I beat my body to, I run, I do all these different things. I'm not sure where he talks about that at, but I know it's somewhere in the Bible.
There you go.
The verse.
It's either 1st or 2nd Corinthians.
I think it's 1st, 2nd
forgot,
Corinthians.
but-
Yeah, but he talks about that whole athletic perspective, and I just what.
Cody was wondering if someone was going to drive by.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're in the ghetto, but it's one of those things.
Cut that
out. All right, so where do we want to take that to?
It'll be fine. Just continue from the Paul Beeman's Bible.
All right, so it's in one of the Corinthians that Paul wrote, and so it's one of those things that it's just natural for me. There's no separation in the two. So like my faith, it's hard, man. It's hard to work out the idea that Christ is more important than myself, that like he sits on my throne and I sit at his feet. And that's just hard. I mean, it's hard to take myself off my own throne. And that's what I had to do every day in my faith. And I have to do the same thing in my fitness. Like, I don't want to do this workout.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want, this is going to hurt. This is going to be painful. But gosh, when I do this, when I let the workout do what it needs to do in my body, I get better. Just like when I let Christ do what he's supposed to do in my body, in my mind, in my soul, like I become more like him. I don't so much get better. I become more Christ-like and therefore more attractive to others. Yeah. Especially my wife. Yeah. So
yeah.
That would be just in my years, my 42 years, those two just run parallel to each other. They always have.
Yeah,
so.
That's cool. Yeah, kind of just like, I don't know, I heard you saying just like, almost by kind of laying your desires down physically, just like, even though I don't want to do this workout, but I'm going to push through, endure it, and just kind of, I don't know, lay my desires down, go through it, and then let it do its work. That kind of just like carries over into your faith, just like, I might not want to do some things, but like I'm going to lay my desires down, let Christ do his work in my heart, and then see where that goes.
I was going to say that's where somewhere like where I can kind of relate to, or at least especially more recently, like, because there's common misconceptions, probably me and Brad, we work out 8 hours a day,
Less long.
Yeah, right. But I would say more often than not, at least for me, probably me, like I love working out, but probably more often than not, a lot of times because we're in it, we have a set time frame that we have to work out. And I would say more often than not, I'm not motivated to work out, necessarily at that time of the day or whatever. I'm just like, I know it's something that I need to do and I need to work on that, and I don't know if that's something, I don't know if that's whether a good or bad thing to like compare that to your faith. It's just like, I know it's something that I always need to be striving to work on, is continuing to pursue this goal, or pursue Christ, because one, I love myself, and so that goes to like the fitness side of it. The number one way we can love ourselves is by, being healthy, chasing, health in our bodies, and then going faith-wise, chasing health in our minds and our souls, and, pursuing Christ, trying to be more like him, day in and day out. And I'll say probably the last 4 or 5 years, being alongside Brad, like I've probably grown more in that aspect than I had in the previous 22 years of my life. So shout out to BFIT and Brad for that.
Boom.
So
yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because that's what faith is. Faith isn't necessarily motivation or I don't know, just like certainty, but it's just like
it's believing in it, and it's
when you
believing
work
without seeing. Is what it is. And
I believe my workout's gonna.
Yeah.
I believe doing this workout, eating this way, my body will. I trust. I can't make this happen, but I trust this is gonna happen. And it's gonna do this with my body.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So same thing with Christ. Is like I can't see him. I can only read and pray, and I have to trust that he is going to do this with my spirit and my heart.
Yeah.
So it's so similar.
Yeah. And you don't see those results. It's like you do a workout, you're not going to see results that night.
Yeah.
You're going to see them like maybe in a week, probably in 1 to 3 months, like definitely within a year.
Yeah.
But you're not going to see them
immediately. Yeah.
But you
delayed
keep doing
gratitude,
it.
delayed gratitude.
Yeah. delayed gratification, and then you have faith and you keep going. So sweet. That's a good stopping point. All the conversation came very well. We didn't even get to the second part of the podcast. This was all just Q&A stuff. So thank you everyone for giving us a plethora of questions to answer. We hope that you guys enjoy this podcast, and if so, we're going to keep on doing this and bringing on new people onto the show, more of our staff members, and definitely some of our members as well, as we go down the road. So thank you guys for tuning in to episode 1 of the BFIT Boys. there we go. We coined it. All right. Thank you guys. We'll see you later.
Catch you later.